What's happening, Palm Tree? It's your boy Chillin' Dylan, Jesus of SoundCloud, Black Tom Anderson, and your favorite rapper owes me money. Blue and Evidence, they just put out a new album today called Los Angeles. Man, you know, they rep my city so proudly. This is not a typical West Coast sounding album at all, and I think that's where they're priding themselves. You know, for the LA underground and for independent hip hop out of the West Coast in general, I think Blue is very much an underrated soldier. You know, he is definitely somebody I consider one of the rap heroes of my teen years, going back to Below the Heavens and going back to when he was on the '09 XXL freshman cover. But I want to break down to you track by track which of these songs, going through all of these songs that resonated with me and just giving you a little tidbit about them. So let's start with The Land. This kind of reminds me of, like, you know, because Blue being like Long Beach, San Pedro, you know, in South Central, Crenshaw District, kind of like all over representing LA, and then Evidence being out of Venice Beach is like, this kind of reminds me of like two LA niggas making a New York type beat. Like, just think of like Tyler the Creator on Yonkers, or like something like Def Jux would put out. It almost reminds me of like a West Coast version of Cannibal Ox. You know, I just pictured, you know, riding the bus down Vernon, you know, from Figueroa to like Crenshaw, just riding the bus down Vernon, listening to this on headphones on a Walkman or something. And now I made that drive a zillion times, but I've never done that on a bus, for the record. Okay, Los Angeles, the title track. That was kind of like an extension of The Land, and shout out to Nana. He had a cool little verse on there. I've met him before. Cool dude. Three Wheel Motion. Okay, that's some shit only West Coast niggas say. Shout out to Cocaine. Glad to see my Uncle Coca on here. This album as a whole really is not the glamorous side of Los Angeles. This is not about Hollywood. This is not about palm trees and bomb weed and fly chicks. This is not about that. This is the gritty side. You understand me? Then you got LA Tourists. Okay, hard ass lo-fi beat. Blue and MED both go off. It's a little repetitive. I want to move on to LA Traffic. Now this is some Lamert Park type shit, man. Take me back to Project Blow. Take me back to the Good Life Cafe. Take me back to them crazy ciphers where niggas is getting their heads chopped off lyrically. Okay, this is what it's all about. It will only understand what they're mentioning on this song if you are from LA, and that was their goal. Okay, shout out to everybody on that song. The Cold. And when I get to the song The Cold, I realized to myself, this is my favorite beat off the project so far. But wait, I spoke too soon, because when I heard the beat on Hell, love that beat too. And it kind of reminds me of East Flatbush Project, you know. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. You know, when he said, you ain't from here, you an Angels fan, I felt that. It was good to see Domo Genesis and Navy Blu on this project. You know, I think Blue coming from a generation before them, Blue and Navy Blu, okay, that was kind of cool. But like Blue coming from a generation before them, and then Domo being a member of Odd Future, and then Navy Blu kind of being an Odd Future associate or a post-spawn of Odd Future. It was just very dope to see LA Underground come together. And that's what this is really about. That's what we're already about. Earlier this year, I reviewed Out of the Blue from Blue, and I was really impressed with that. The only thing that would have made Los Angeles a little more richer to me was if I got an Evidence verse on there, because ever since that song by Alchemist, For Whom the Bell Tolls, or haven't heard Blue and Evidence rhyme together, and that would have been really ill. So other than that, yeah, man, you know, for an abstract hip-hop album, you know, very sample-based with the production, a lot of, you know, ingredients lyrically too, very intricate lyrically. I think, you know, this one's solid. I'd recommend it. This is not for a casual hip-hop fan. This is not for an easy listener. If you are a connoisseur of underground hip-hop, you will appreciate this. If you are something other than that, you might not. But like Kendrick said, we can't please everybody. What'd you think of Los Angeles from Blue and Evidence? Let me know in the comments. Peace, love, Palm. Are you an unsigned or independent artist looking for a review of your music? Well, you need to holler at Palm. Send an email to prettyawesomelitmusic@outlook.com, or just message me on Instagram.
You better follow Palm.
Biatch.